All right, let's get right into it. Welcome, everyone, to a very special explainer where we're breaking down one of the absolute biggest, highest stakes matches of this tournament. It's Canada versus Morocco. We are officially in the knockouts, guys. That means the margin for error, literally zero. The tension is through the roof, fans are on the edge of their seats, and we've got all the tactics, data, and insights lined up to see exactly how this clash is going to unfold.
You know, the pregame hype really hit the nail on the head with this one. Aaj knockout mein izzat bhi dav par lagi hai. Basically, tonight, pride is absolutely on the line. It's not just 90 minutes of football anymore. It is sheer survival. One team gets to advance to global glory, and the other, well, they're heading home empty-handed. Pure, unadulterated entertainment is a guarantee for sure. And hey, if you love geeking out over the deep tactical strategies behind these matchups, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe right now before we jump into the breakdown.
All right, first up, Section 1, the Maha Mukabla, do or die. Moving right along to Section 2, let's look at Canada, speed or attack. So, Canada has been this tournament's ultimate surprise package, right? Their whole game plan is built on three distinct pillars: speed, high energy, and relentlessly attacking football. I mean, nobody really expected them to play with this kind of ferocity on the global stage. They don't just sit back and patiently kill time. No way. They surge forward like a tidal wave and literally hunt in packs. Their blistering pace down the wings makes them so incredibly dangerous whenever they find open space, and they've been catching traditional powerhouses completely off guard. But here's the catch. Their biggest vulnerability is their defense. Honestly, it's kind of like a bad Wi-Fi signal. Gabi full, gabi gayab. Sometimes it's full strength, and sometimes it's just completely gone. While their attack is thrilling to watch, those random defensive lapses leave these massive gaps that top-tier strikers will absolutely punish. In a knockout scenario against a disciplined team, that inconsistency, yeah, that's a massive risk.
Which brings us to Section 3, Morocco, the Giant Slayers.
Now, Morocco has built a seriously terrifying reputation for dismantling football giants. The absolute rock-solid foundation of that success, their unbreakable defense. Their backline is just so compact and disciplined that they literally frustrate enemy strikers into giving up. They close down spaces in the blink of an eye. But don't get it twisted. They aren't just sitting back defending all day. They absorb pressure beautifully and then, bam, they launch a lethal counterattack the very second the opposition makes a mistake. And that creates a pretty hilarious, completely contrasting dynamic on the pitch tonight. If you look at this breakdown, Canada's mindset is super aggressive, like hum attack karengi, we are going to attack. Morocco is just sitting back, chilling defensively, thinking belle ball do lelo, try getting the ball first. And the poor referee, he's probably just thinking, well, just sif 90 minutes survive karna hai. I just need to survive these 90 minutes. It perfectly captures the crazy clash of styles we're about to witness. All right, on to Section 4, the Asli Tucker midfield battle. Look, this entire match really hinges on how these two tactical styles collide right in the center of the pitch. On one hand, we've got Canada's desperate need to push forward and just overrun the midfield with that high energy. And on the other hand, that clashes directly against Morocco's calm, collected possession and terrifying counterattacking structure. Whichever unit actually manages to impose their will here, whether it's overwhelming physicality from Canada or the suffocating discipline of Morocco, that team is going to control the destiny of the match. For Canada, though, the tactical reality is pretty stark. If Morocco gets an early goal, a comeback is going to be bahat mushkil, almost impossible. Because Morocco's defensive wall is so perfectly drilled, if they get that early lead, they're just going to sit back, absorb all of Canada's frantic energy, and completely lock the game down. Trying to break through that organized defensive block when they're actively protecting a lead, yeah, that is an absolute nightmare scenario.
So let's wrap this up in Section 5, Final Prediction. Kaun jeetega?
All right, here is our final verdict for this explainer. We're calling a 2-1 victory in favor of Morocco. You can totally expect them to absorb Canada's early surges of energy and then hit them really hard on the counter, exploiting that inconsistent Wi-Fi defense we talked about earlier. Their big game experience just gives them a distinct edge here. But hey, this is knockout football, right? If Canada actually manages to drag this intense battle into extra time and penalties, all bets are off. The pressure of a shootout completely levels the playing field. So, what do you guys think? Canada, ya Morocco? Will Canada's raw speed overwhelm the veterans? Or will Morocco's defensive masterclass claim yet another victim? This clash of styles honestly couldn't be more perfect. Drop your exact score predictions down in the comments below. If your prediction is spot on, I'm going to feature it in our next explainer. Make sure to subscribe for more deep dive World Cup coverage, and most importantly, enjoy the match.